Hello again, team. In our previous lesson, we discussed the first step in starting a business. Today, we want to identify the best business. We agreed that before we think of money or anything else, the first step is to generate your idea. Did you find the process of generating business ideas exciting? When you go home today, try to interact with established entrepreneurs in your community and ask them how they came to start their business. Now that you have taken the time to think through the first step that we've generated a business idea, what next? Today I had a chat with one entrepreneur who told me that after she had generated an idea, she faced a dilemma, and that was, how do I identify a winning business based on my idea which is viable and sustainable? Now, I'm sure, having gone through the excitement of idea generation, this question is also bothering you. That's okay. In business, we must learn to think and apply knowledge well. Now remember the characteristics we discussed earlier about entrepreneurs. One of them was risk-taking, as there is always an element of risk in business. One way to reduce some of that risk before you start is to think of factors that an entrepreneur must consider when identifying a viable business. Entrepreneurs must consider availability of resources. As an entrepreneur, you must look at resources as a factor. Do you have capital, raw materials, skills, and technology in place? Secondly, entrepreneurs must also consider their market. You could generate a very unique idea that would lead to a good product or service, but always make sure that you have a market for your product. For example, if you're thinking of opening a tea room, do you have a market? Are there people ready and willing to have tea outside of their homes, and are they willing to pay for it? Entrepreneurs must consider skills and experience that they have. It is a brilliant idea to commercialize a business idea in which you have expertise and skill. For example, if you're really good and a confident communicator, thinking of a restaurant or a retail business would be a great idea, as you would be interacting with people of various backgrounds. Now, as an entrepreneur, you must also consider your own personal passions and motivation within yourself for your future business. If you've identified your business in which you're not motivated, it will be difficult to succeed in that business. For example, if you don't like clothing and fabrics and you have identified a business of becoming a tailor, that would be really hard for you to realize. You will have no passion or any internal motivation in yourself to sell your product or service, even though money might be your external or extrinsic motivation. Now, what do you think? Have you identified the best business for you? Discuss in a group or jot down on a piece of paper what elements you're considering in identifying your business. You can come up with additional points different from the ones we have discussed. And some of the new factors could be, for example, feasibility analysis, which means weighing up your options, or market research, which means finding out what customers think of your idea. It is so important to make sure you're happy with the business idea you've identified so far. If you're not there yet, don't worry. It's an exciting but also challenging step. Keep trying to refine your ideas until you find that one idea that you're satisfied with. If you are satisfied that you have identified the best business for you, congratulations. You're on your way to becoming an entrepreneur.